Alright. This is a Diamond 3, Diamond 4 game. I am in actually my promos. I'm 1 win and 0 losses in my promos D3. And I just wanted to highlight it, go over some mistakes I may have made, because it was a pretty good game for me, so thought I'd put it on YouTube and just talk over it. So Olaf's going for this invade. Probably not a good idea when our mid laner's AFK, but Karthus kind of just does this troll shit, which is like really, really weird. I'm gonna just slow this down because a lot of stuff's going on here. I'm like autoing where I can, throwing out Qs where I can. It's pretty fucking hectic. Our mid laner isn't even here, but their AD isn't here, so I guess it's like whatever. How do I lower the scoreboard? Cause that, okay, there we go. Yeah. So yeah, I'm like doing what I can here. Yeah, and then that happens. Pretty funny. Let's just go back, see if I can highlight that a little bit better. So like Nami just decides to walk this way, but then like she's 75% down and she just stays, and actually didn't see it, but both me and Zed ignited, which kind of sucks. But we got Karthus exhaust earlier, which was cool. So yeah, I don't really think that impacts the lane too much. I mean, I should have backed and spent my gold from Frostfang and the assist to get potions, because she spent her Frostfang gold. She's actually a pot up on me, and that actually does affect the lane. I don't know why I didn't say, or I said earlier it didn't affect the lane. But yeah, just go ahead and get in the laning phase. My AD my AD wants to wait back here to not show for the jungler, but like I thought it was pretty obvious that Olaf was already going to start blue side for them because of that invade, because Olaf was already there for that fight, so it's pretty obvious Olaf's intentions were to start at blue. So it doesn't really matter if we wait here and not show until they show, to like fake trying to show where the jungler started. So like he's telling me to ping to stay here, but I actually think it's better if we just like get into lane and just start autoing minions, or just like be there to like throw skill shots if they walk this way or that way. But I mean, I could be wrong. Maybe it is better to just wait there. But I think like, I mean, first of all, we're Zyra Varus versus Ezreal Nami, so like we should win this like really hard, in my opinion. Especially since they didn't take heal, they took double exhaust for some reason, and I've played versus a support before. He or she's not very good, so like good mindset into this game is I already know we're gonna win this lane. So laning phase starts. Always start Q on Zyra when you can. It's just better than E. I've started E before, and the only time I do it is if we are going for an invade. I actually, me being stupid, should have leveled E here, but I preemptively leveled Q because I'm bad, so that was a pretty big mistake by me. Maybe could have changed the outcome of this fight a lot. But yeah, so I'm just like trying to get pressure on the lane here. Take a pretty bad trade with Nami. I shouldn't really be trading with her. And then I eat an Ezreal Q and an auto and a W there. It's pretty fucking disastrous for me, actually. I actually have to use both my pots here. Pretty troll of me. I actually really started off this lane terribly. But it's whatever, you know, it happens. Trying to poke where I can. You can see Nami has 3 pots, and I have 1 or 0. Varus misses his Q, so already this lane's off to a terrible start. I'm just trying to get Frostfang stacks here. This is probably the time where I should ward. I don't think my ward is up though. Yeah, my ward isn't up. I think this is when I start to ping Varus if he can ward. I could be playing a lot farther up, but like I'm really afraid of Nami for no reason. That was a good QW by me. Olaf's looking for an invade here, so if we follow him up, just show. I mean, we have priority in the lane, so like we will be there first if something were to happen. But Olaf just 3-buffed him, I guess. Yeah, he has double buff, so yeah, he's 3-buffing him, which is pretty cool. I mean, it happens. It's Olaf. It's like kind of expected for Olaf to just win the lane early phase in the jungle matchup. Now we're just kind of chilling. I think like in this matchup, like it's really hard for Zyra to like get a lead because if the Nami is good, she won't get hit like she just got hit here. And she'll just out trade you through W and autos, where you have to like land a skill shot and you can't follow it up with autos because by the time you Q W and auto, their AD will follow up on you most of the time. But I mean, maybe I'm just wrong or I'm bad. So here I hit a pretty good E and a Q, but unfortunately Varus goes into a bubble. I really thought we were just gonna win this 2v2 right off that, but Varus gets bubbled, he eats like a bunch of minion damage, and for some reason he walks forward. Like after you get bubbled, like you should probably kite back, but he walks forward, which is pretty lame. And then he just kind of dies here. So yeah, I have to flash. I live, which is pretty hype. It might have been some way I could have killed there. I don't really think so though. Probably would have gone 1-for-1 if I stayed for like an auto or a Q. I think he was actually, is he pinging me? That's pretty funny. I can hear the ticks, but I don't play with chat box, so I don't really look at what teammates say. I mean, that's just something about me. Like, I used to play with chat, but I think League has just gotten to a point where it's like way too toxic to play with chat. That's my cat, sorry. Like, I just do not play with chat anymore. It's just fucking terrible. So yeah, fast forward a bit here, I guess. Shoving the wave out. So right now Ezreal has tier and we have 2 longswords, so like we're still fine because Ezreal. Right? We're in a completely good shot, but I fuck up really hard here and go for a trade because we have minions, but unfortunately as I'm doing that, Varus is going to ward, so that was just bad communication from the two of us. But I mean, I guess it's okay since like Varus traded 1-for-1 with AD. Doesn't really matter that Nami gets kills, to be honest. She's just an early game champion and she falls off late really hard. That's another thing about Nami is like I don't really like playing with or against her because like she's only good in laning phase. Like she just, as the longer the game goes, the worse she is, unless she's smart and like buys tier, but that's like a discussion for another day. So yeah, just gonna speed back. I'm just taking minions here, waiting for Varus to come back. And then get that nice E there. Varus gets bubbled. It's like whatever, decent trade. Olaf's kind of just like sitting here looking for something to happen, but the lane is in a state where he shouldn't even be looking. He should have just recalled a while ago. Like he's just wasting time. Like we're this far up. There's no way they go in on us because it's Ezreal Nami with double exhaust. Like, I don't know. It like doesn't even matter that like we gave up those early kills. Like that's the sad part because it's just Ezreal Nami. Like if this was Draven Leona though, and we gave those kills, like game's over. We're never CSing. Just gonna fast forward a bit here. Just kind of farming and chilling. I think I could be playing a little bit farther up here. That QW was pretty bad. Kind of fucked away from my AD. Disaster strikes. It's just 2-9. Looks like a pretty terrible game for us, to be honest. Like from here, it just looks like GG, but you have a positive mental and don't give up. Any game is winnable. So yeah. Especially because they have like Karthus, and Karthus is winning early game versus Olaf. It's pretty crazy. I mean, I'm just watching this now and noticing like how far behind I'm playing. Like I kind of have to play far behind because Nami has control of the bush. Now we both hit 6, so now I can walk up. Just gonna fast forward. Oh, Varus hits. Okay, hold up. Alright, so Varus hits this all literally out of nowhere. It's pretty nice. I hit the max range route. I didn't have to flash that at all, now looking at it, so that was a big mistake of me, because I probably could have used it better here. Now here, I play this really, really well, actually. Like, I was actually pretty happy with how I played this. So, I know Xin Zhao is looking to flank me here, so I remain untargetable, so he can't E-jump to me, and I just drop a bunch of plants here, so he's afraid to walk up. And he, like, kind of just... And the best part about this is he doesn't know Olaf is here until, like, right now. So, hit this really good E on him for Fog of War, and he's just eating a bunch of plant damage. And Olaf autos, and then he ults. Or, no, he doesn't ult, never mind. And I get the kill through auto, so... Really good counter gank by Olaf, and really good E by me. I don't even think we needed Olaf there, to be honest. Like, I actually think we would have just got it without him. Yeah. So we're getting some pretty good poke in. Varus wants to recall here. Excuse me. Oh wait, no. He was like fake recalling here, so we can get the wave on him. It's pretty smart of him. He like started a recall, and he made it so like it was Envision, but they didn't think it was Envision. So they just back and reset. So yeah, I don't know if Olaf needed to flash there. I think he could have held it until Xin Zhao E'd to him. Probably would have been a lot better. And then here, oh, this was pretty funny. I land this E. I don't know why he didn't just hit it immediately. And then we just cleaned him up here. This Zed played out of his mind this game. Like, I actually thought he carried really, really hard. I mean, I mean, kind of just spoiled the game, but whatever. Oh, here I should have thrown that root like higher, and that actually could have been Nami's flash or some shit. Ezreal's like pressuring me for this pink, and my AD has to like go down for a ward. Probably in hindsight, doing this was really stupid because we didn't really know where Xin Zhao was. Oh, this was a disaster. So here I thought we were gonna prioritize the AD. I actually think this was my fault. I think Varus played this right and I didn't. But this was like this was the play that kind of made me want to check to see what happened. So I get hit with the EQ or the WQ, so that's down right now. So let me just slow this down. He's taking some damage. He gets bubble. He gets Ard. And so like even though he makes the mistake, I could have played it better because I thought he was gonna focus his damage on Nami, but he actually on Ezreal, but he focused on Nami. So as he's doing damage to her there, or to him there, I do damage to her, and I think if we put both of our... What happened here? Let me watch this. I think I threw my root at him as he threw his root at her, and in hindsight, I should have just thrown my root here because he's gonna die quicker. But I kind of trolled this. This could have been a 1-for-1 for sure, 100%. Because I did this much of Ezreal's health, and it could have just been on here. So that was 100% my bad. Definitely could have gotten the Nami kill there. I mean, okay, but like, just to highlight, to begin with, it is his fault for getting bubbled and Ard and just being that far up. So like, the whole play is his fault, but I could have salvaged it, is the point I'm trying to make. So yeah, I take this wave because I kind of want them to walk up and try to stop me because I know Olaf's here, so I was thinking maybe like Olaf would come down as they try to stop me from taking the wave. And then this is even like more disastrous. Like these two come down and don't get anything, so they're super sad about that. And then like I just like take the wave because at this point I'm like kind of like, okay, well, I can't sit here and hold it and take half HP, and honestly sometimes I think the gold is just better on me when 80 carries can be not the smartest like this guy. I'm not saying this guy's like terrible, but like definitely made some questionable plays in early phase, but so did I. So I get Bull off the plant here. We take Dragon because we have our jungler. Oh, here, this was hilarious. I remember this. Actually, I want to check to see what their vision was. Okay. Oh, they just didn't have any vision. He did see me though. He had vision of me, and Nami knew because she walked up. So I guess Ezreal just wasn't paying attention, but there was a glimpse where he saw me right behind Olaf, but he just didn't notice, and I just kill him over the wall. So, yeah. Xin Zhao's doing Xin Zhao things. Zed's doing Zed things. He needed one more auto and he would have gotten that. Top lane is just absolute disaster. 63 to 119. Game looks pretty GG from here. But lo and behold, Zyra's really good into fighters. After playing this character a while, I've realized she's pretty good into tanks and fighters, but she's really, really bad into assassins, bruisers, and poke. She, yeah. And by fighters, I mean like bruisers like Xin Zhao and Aurelia, and like Camille and shit like that. Well, Camille not so much, but. So yeah. I get a good recall off here. So here, I knew this fighting was going on, but I backed anyway because I was sitting on enough for, at the time, I only had Sorc shoes. I could have just bought... The reason why I backed is because I just had Liandry straight up. Like, I had the 2700 for it. So, I thought that was more important than coming to this fight, and honestly it was, because they were fine without me. And this is kind of where, like, the game kind of, like, snowballs into our favor. We kind of just win from here.
Yeah. I'd go over it more, but I think there's not really a point. We kind of just like win from here. We got all dragons, and we got first turret bot, so like game's pretty over. Oh, actually, I don't think we got first turret bot, but we finished bot. I hit a nice E flash prediction there, but it doesn't really matter because we're not going to be able to catch up to her. There's an argument that I should have actually, if I was really good, like this Ezreal kill would have been ours. I guess I could highlight this before I finish this video. I should have QW'd right here, and I actually could have gotten the last auto to finish Ezreal off the plant. But, yeah. Whatever.